I know what it means when you're probably texting somebody. Before when I was young, I used to over text and double text and feel like, oh, I'm not worth the time. She's not texting me back, or maybe they're not texting me back, and it's kind of like you feel unneeded. You feel like I'm not worthy of this person's time, or you just feel like you're just not worth anybody's time. And it gets you in a real lonely state of mind and a depressing state of mind where you feel like it's just you're on your own. But I'm here to tell you, you are worth the time. I mean, if you're one of the guys that is talking to a girl, you got her number, but you just keep texting on, and you expect a reply, but sometimes you're not always gonna get a reply. And it's okay if you don't. I mean, if you don't, you just shrug it off and say, all right. Sometimes those are the people you just can't really count on when you need them. And it's not to be like a bad thing, but it's like you gotta, if you're in the state of mind of feeling alone or depressed and feel like you need somebody to talk to, and they can't, their time isn't really available to you as much as you need it. You can either be patient, or you might have another friend in mind that you could talk to. I could go to a lot of people with some of the issues I go to. I can go to a well amount of people. I'm lucky to have that many people. But one of the main people I would go to is my homie Calvin, because he, we've been through so much together, and I feel, we experienced a near-death experience, and it's just, it kind of brought us closer as, like, from friends to brothers. And so it's just, I feel closer to him. I've been able to tell him things like what I suffer from depression and everything. He's the one who kind of helped me get over that hump and say, Kenny, it's okay, but you can't put the world on your shoulders. And that's what I did. I sometimes put the world on my shoulders, like, man, I got to do it, or nobody else won't be able to do it. And that's not true. It's other people. It's the world's not perfect. He made me realize that. The world's not perfect, because I expect so much from a lot of people. I expect a lot of common sense from people, but sometimes you're just not gonna get that. And I hate to judge, because I'm not supposed to judge. I believe in God, and I'm not supposed to judge because it's not right. I let the judgment be up to Him. And Calvin kind of helped me see that. I mean, Calvin's not really even religious, and he helped me see that. You don't have to judge these people. You don't have to be upset with them, because Kenny, their mistakes are gonna come back, are either gonna come back and bite them in the ass, or it's whatever. But we can't be the ones who solve everything, because we're not Superman, we're not any superhero. We're just a couple, we're just normal guys watching some BS happen, and it's okay. I mean, it's life. There's gonna be a lot of BS like that, but don't go on and thinking it's your fault. It's not. And you made me realize, it's true, and I'm fine. I'm a much better person because of it. See, it's people like that that know that you are worth the time. It's people like that who realize, he is worth the time. Calvin will come to me with anything because he's worth my time. He is, and it's not like I hold him to a higher standard or anything like that. But it's just, sometimes if you feel like I'm not worth the time, you are worth the time. You are worth the time. Don't think you're not. You are worth everybody's time. Sometimes your situations come up, they can't really talk to you, they can't really text you back, they can't call you back, and you gotta just try your best to be patient with them and say, okay, maybe there'll be a time. I'm not gonna see Calvin all the time, but I know whenever we do get together, there is that time where we can't talk about just regular life, or just crazy things that happen, and it's good. I love my boy for that. So you are worth the time. Never doubt that. You are worth the time, and you always will be worth the time. You will be worth somebody's time. Don't think you won't be.